You went early.
Welcome to the Uplifted Hand. Today we're going to be going over Esther 7 and 8. And let me tell you, that cliffhanger was great.
It was hanging.
It was hanging. So, the queen finally speaks. We've been waiting for a while for this, right? So, we're back at the Esther's second banquet, and Haman had just been forced to parade Mordecai throughout the city. And his wife had told him, "You're going to fall." And before he can even process it, he's rushed there. So he's freaking out already. And for the third time, Xerxes asks Esther, "What is your request? Tell us already. We're waiting." And finally, she tells him, "Let my life be given me and my people." Boom! Esther has hidden that she's Jewish this entire time, and now Xerxes realizes that the decree against the Jews is a decree against his own queen. Spicy, right? So, going into verses 5 through 6, Xerxes basically responds, "Who would do this? Like, who dare he?" And Esther finally says it. "The advisory, an enemy, is this wicked Haman." Points at him, this guy. Haman came expecting another exclusive banquet with the queen and king, but instead Esther just exposed him as the man threatening her life. So scripture said Haman is terrified. The man everyone feared is now the one afraid. And the reversal is happening fast. It's hot in here, right? It's getting
I thought you were
deep.
cold.
Well,
That's why we're wearing sweaters.
I'm freezing, but so like goodness, sizzle. Okay, so going into 7 through 10, Xerxes storms into the palace garden, and Haman realizes Esther may be his only hope. So he falls before her, begging for his life. But the king comes back, and he sees Haman falling across Esther's couch, and he sees this image, and he just grows mad because he sees this man over his wife, and he's um um of course gets mad. And then the Harbona, who's a new person in this, says, "Oh, and by the way, Haman also built a huge gallows for Mordecai." Mordecai, the man who saved the king's life. And now we see that Xerxes orders Haman to be executed on the very structure that he built for Mordecai. So Haman's pride didn't just lead toward his downfall, it literally helped him build it. Crazy. Okay, so now going into chapter 8, and we're thinking, okay, so Haman is gone, the problem solved, right? No. Haman's dead, but the decree is still legally in place. So the Jewish people are still in danger. So Xerxes gives Haman's estate to Esther, and then gave Haman's signet ring. So the ring that was given to Haman is now given to Mordecai. And now Esther doesn't stop. She falls before the king again and pleads for her people. Her courage wasn't one big moment. She keeps choosing it. So now in 9 through 14, we see because the original Persian decree can't simply be erased, Mordecai writes a new one under the king's authority. So the Jews are now legally allowed to gather together and defend themselves, and then the couriers write again. So remember in chapter 3 that the couriers raced across the same 127 provinces carrying Haman's decree and destruction. Now those same riders on the same roads are carrying this new decree, carrying hope, the same empire, same royal authority, but with a completely different message. So now in 15 through 17, we have to look at this reversal because Mordecai walks out wearing royal robes of blue and white and a golden crown, and Susa celebrates. So back in chapter 3, after Haman's decree went out, the scripture said Susa was bewildered, but now Susa rejoices. So confusion became joy, and mourning became celebration. And Haman, who desperately chased honor, he's gone.
That's exactly what it sounded like, though.
Oh my gosh, probably. Okay, but we have to remember that Haman's original decree still hasn't disappeared. The appointed day is still coming. So, going into the come follow me, doing the right thing often requires great courage. And this is exactly where the come follow me takes us. It asks, what did Esther and Mordecai need to know about God to make the choices they made? Because Esther's courage wasn't just walking into the throne room. She fasted, she spoke, she revealed who he was. And then when Haman died, she didn't say, well, I'm safe now. She kept fighting for her people. So, Come Follow Me asks us to consider where we need the courage to stand for what's right. Where might the Lord be asking you to show courage right now? And what can Esther teach us about finding what courage, um, or finding that courage in Him? Because we're still not finished. The day Haman chose for the Jews to be destroyed is still coming. And next time, we finally find out what happens when that day arrives. So again, we're left on another cliffhanger, but honestly, this one's probably not as great as the one we just went through because that was sizzle and it was that steak was hot and ready.
Way hotter
It was
than it was
hot.
here.
But I'm excited to get into 9 and 10 tomorrow to end the week on a not so spicy subject. But yeah, thanks for listening. Good night.